we might be able to beat the strong winds. Ugh, rolly, rolly, rolly. Our estimated arrival time is all over the place. Tonight we're having Japanese curry. Do we want the double reef or a single reef? Something's not quite right there. Hey! There you go, you can jump in right there. Great. Okay. How'd you sleep?
I slept really well.
Great.
Wild dreams, but
Yeah.
It's good. How about you? How was your watch?
It was good. We're going fast. The stronger winds arrived, and we're on a good heading for the rub line.
Oh wow, I see that.
It was too windy and too precarious. I didn't want Mo to have to deal with it, so I just let her sleep. So I've done the past couple of watches. Lost another like half an hour because I didn't realize it was your watch yet. About 2 hours ago, it got much windier, and I was thinking, do I need to reef the head sail a little bit? Do I need to furl it in? I don't know. And then all of a sudden it got really windy, and I was like, yeah. I cranked it in a little amount, and then things were better. The speed was still right up at 6.5 knots. I have seen 4 ships in the past 6 hours. None of them on a heading that came anywhere near us, but I did see them on AIS.
Yeah.
And I saw one on radar like 2 miles out.
Okay, good. So I think you want to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for taking in the head sail, you just need to reef it some more.
Yeah. All you gotta do is crank that in.
It's just this guy.
That's it. You just gotta sense it. It just gets to a point where it starts to feel a little out of control. You just gotta feel it.
Cool, and I'll keep an eye. If in doubt, I'll give you a shout.
Yeah. Absolutely. For any reason. You got your headlamp?
I'll grab that.
Oh, here you go.
Okay.
4:30 in the morning now. I said I'd do a little check-in. Just going to show you what a night watch in 25 knots is like. We're at downwind. We have a half jib out at the moment. 6 knots consistently. The most I've seen is maybe 8 knots. It's windy, but we're going with it, and the stars are absolutely amazing. So all I've been doing is checking the speed gauge, or the wind gauge, and checking to see if that is consistently off our starboard, because if it looked like we were getting really close to jibing, then I'd do something about it. Our jib is flogging a little bit, but I can't get it in anymore. I think it's just because it's so windy now on the shape of it with the waves. I think the top just fumbled a little bit, but I don't know how to fix that. And nothing on radar. And our watch commander, I've just been turning her off in 15 minutes or 12. Oh, we've got stars. I don't know what that is. It might be a planet actually. Not much has changed on the watch. Some of the bigger gusts have calmed down a little bit, which is really nice. We did hit 9 knots coming down a wave, which I was like, oh, is there something wrong? Because a wave came over the enclosure. Just kind of gave me a moment of, I don't know, should I reef, should I not, or whatever. But it was fine. So that's not the sunrise, that's just the metal bar. Beyond it, we've got the Cubby Venus, and I'm going to wait for the sun to come up, and then I'm going to give Drake a call. Give him a bit of sleep, because he had a late night. The wind picked up on his watches, so an extra break. Let's enjoy the morning. Take it, that must be Venus. So bright. morning. We've got 6 minutes on the clock before we have to hit the alarm. I'm just enjoying being out here. 20, 30 filmers. Hello. You. We're doing a steady 5.5 to 6.5 knots. Maybe sometimes 7.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry. Morning, Drake. I was like, yeah.
Oh, thank you for making this.
Not at all. I was making a coffee for myself. It's about an hour ago. I had coffee and some bananas, and I said, you know what, I'll give you another bit. Everything was fine, the same as when you left it, really.
Yeah, I didn't realize that my watch had ended, and then I decided to wake you up. But then I thought, you know, I should have just let him take the next one. But
It was fine. It was a beautiful watch. Really, really nice.
yeah,
So
you got the sunrise.
I got the sunrise. I was like,
Yeah.
that's the compromise. I'll let you have a sleep in, and I'll take the sunrise.
Right.
So it was really nice. But everything's fine on the chart. Nothing around. It's all good.
Fantastic.
Speed's good. Course is good. I was like, I don't want to leave it too long in case you'd wanted to check something. But if you want to have that and go back to bed for another hour or whatever,
What time is it?
it's 8 a.m. now.
Oh, it's 8.
8.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to stick to the 9 to 12, 12 to
Yeah.
3, and so on. Did you see any ships?
No ships. All was quiet. 1 or 2 waves hit the enclosure and a little bit of.
It never got so windy that you wanted to reef more.
Once or twice.
Did you? Did
Once,
you reef?
I didn't reef because it hit 8 knots once, and then there was once where we hit a really big wave and
Yeah.
we hit 9 knots when we were coming down the cliff.
Wow.
And I was like, oh god, and then it just kind of, it was just that one big one, and I'm like, give it a minute. And
Right.
it-
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, well, wait 5 minutes, you know,
Exactly.
rather than jump.
Yeah.
Good. This turned out to be a great sail. We're making great time. We're not having any issues really. We're just staying on the run line and going fast.
Mhm.
It's all because of being able to really analyze weather and time your departure.
It's been great having the wind behind us the whole way so far.
It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I know you just got off the bus, but we gotta go now!
I was sitting here just so content this morning, like I was just like, this is lovely. Coffee, banana, sunrise.
So glad you got the sunrise.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
So I just downloaded the weather from our current location going to our destination, only 2 waypoints. I can see on the graph that the wind speed is going to decrease in between now and approximately midnight tonight. Right now we are in the 20 to 25 range, but by noon it will come down to the 15 to 20 knot range. So,
Okay.
and then it will gradually become less and less and less, stabilizing in the 15 to 17 knots by around midnight tonight, and then it will start going back up, but not above 20. Alright, so
Nice.
that's the deal with speed. This will become more and more of a beam reach and getting lighter and lighter, and we're just staying ahead of like 25 to 35 knot winds to our north, just staying right ahead of it. It looks like actually the heavy wind may hit us shortly before we make our arrival. I hope we're not going to be landing in 30 knot winds, but it looks like that could be a possibility. We'll see. It's a weather report. We'll get another one in like 6 hours or so. But maybe we will make it in before that heavy wind, because the predict wind thing was based on 5.5 to 6 knots, and we're going faster than that, so maybe we'll get there before.
That'd be great.
We should take advantage of any opportunity to maintain as fast as speed we can, even running the engine.
And like it feels okay now, like we're 7 knots easy, like hitting 8 knots at times.
Yep.
So it feels comfortable. Use it like if it saves us getting in.
I figure if we do fall below 5, like before we're like, just under 5, but maybe it's going to pick up and things are comfortable, let's not turn on the engine. But I think now maybe there is a case for
we'll push it.
If we're under 5, just run the engines. Yes, and we have more than enough fuel.
Okay.
Almost religiously, I never go offshore without being topped off on fuel, especially fuel and water. I put our deck jugs into the import tanks, and in the process filled the import tanks to 100%. And I was like, okay, now I just got to top off the jugs. And then it turned out to be so windy, couldn't really move the boat over to where we could get the best deal on diesel. And I was like, I really want to fill the jugs. And then I kind of did the math, and I was like, we have 200 gallons of fuel. We're gonna make it to Spain. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then I looked up on the internet and saw that fuel is actually cheaper in Spain than it is in Ireland. So get over it. Fuel is cheaper in Spain and in Portugal, and even more inexpensive in Morocco.
And you can get some nice food, some nice sunny weather.
It'll be a change for us.
Yeah.
Being in a really hot climate, change in a lot of ways. I've been working for years and years and years at insulating the boat and putting in this nice coal stove and really just making it comfortable for cold winter nights. And now we're going to have to go in the opposite direction. I think we're going to need airflow going through the boat, and for that, to keep it comfortable when it's hot, I'm going to have to open up the forward hatch, and to do that I'm going to have to do something with the dinghy, because the dinghy's on the hatch. Maybe pick it up and turn it 90 degrees and put it back down, or put it in the water, or, that'll be interesting.
That'll be a big change.
Beaches?
Yeah.
Walking around the beach with bare feet in the sand. This is like a new concept for me. Is there anything you want to do in Spain, Portugal? Anything you're looking forward to doing or seeing? Or
eat lots of food.
Food, yeah.
Try and learn some Spanish and check out some of the architecture. Would be nice. Some ham as well.
Some ham?
Yeah, some Spanish ham. Really nice.
I think it'll be cool to introduce you to our friend Hazel. The 4 of us can hang out, and she's super cool, and her boat's wicked awesome, and we'll do a little bit of convoying, with you and with Hazel on her boat, and it'll be fun.
Really great.
Fun! What do you see? What do you think?
So, I suppose if we're looking, if the wind direction's going to be coming this way, like on just looking at all the wind models, they're given the same wind direction, like westerlies, southwesterlies. So if we're coming in to this marina here, we'll have a bit of cover from the headlands, but as opposed to going into maybe one of these marinas, or we'd be downwind, trying to maneuver. If we went over to this one here, we'd have all this dock
far better
to come back up into the wind and be a bit more controlled if we do have to go for the nighttime landing. And then we can always move or whatever. But
yeah, awesome. I'll write to Hazel with the satellite thing, and I'll ask her which marina she's in and what she thinks if a nighttime arrival is even advisable, or if we should wait till morning. The thing is, we don't want to wait till morning because we'll be making our arrival after sunrise in 30 knots of wind. So do we make a nighttime arrival in potentially calm conditions, or do we make a daytime arrival in the morning in very, very windy conditions? So I just turned on the engine, I'm warming it up, and we're going to start motor sailing. Got some pretty strong wind here, but we're not always making maximum speed, and right now we need to do that. I will show you why. I just downloaded this weather forecast. This is where we are right now in about 15 to 20 knots of wind. I'm going to click on play, and you're going to see the boat move on the course that we're doing towards our destination, which is right down here. beam reach, 15 knots, stronger wind behind us and coming up on us. Everything is reasonable here. Beam reach, not upwind. That's a gust warning. But then the strong winds catch up to us. It looks like, well, actually, according to this forecast, we just make it. Here's a different model. We are underway, beam reach, 15 knots through the night into the morning. Steady 15. Steady 15. And then the strong stuff catches up to us, and now we're in 20 to 25. Strong wind coming in, and our approach is going to have this hitting us, which might make getting into the marina really difficult. If we think it's not going to be possible to get into the marina with that wind, also depending on the time of day that we arrive, if it's a nighttime arrival plus strong wind, worst case scenario, you know, it doesn't have good written on that. If we hove to out here and wait for this to pass us, then we'd probably hove to starting right about here at 6 in the morning and would go all the way through here, which is 12:30 in the morning the next day. So that'd be 36 hours of hove to let this pass over us so that we could get into the marina after it passes us. But even if we do hove to, there's not really much of a window there because the stronger wind also comes up right after it. Strong winds out of the west for that bit. Maybe not as bad as this bit, but what we're hoping is that we can make it to the marina just before this hits us, so we cannot afford to slow down. Right now, I think we're averaging 6 knots under sail. We're on a beam reach. I'm still going to run the engine because I do not want to get caught in that weather. And I most certainly don't want to be caught in that weather while we're trying to dock in a place that we've never ever seen before at night when there's probably not going to be anybody to help us except for our great friend Hazel, who will be there. Thank God for that. Alright, so here we go. Throttle up. The engine is now in forward and we are in medium to high throttle. It has added more than a knot to our speed. 1 knot is not a lot, but over time it adds up to miles. So if we went from 6 knots to 7 knots in 1 hour, that's 6 nautical miles, or 7 nautical miles in 10 hours, that's 60 miles versus 70 miles, an additional 10 miles. And 10 miles is a lot. 10 hours, it's worth it. Just run the damn engine. That's a report. Wish us luck. Give her all she's got. We are pretty steady 8 knots and above. Hitting 10 knots, which is something I'd never ever do. Although we're pushing hard. We have a double reef main, we have a full jib, beam reach, high RPMs. We're kind of like on the verge of I should go out there and put another reef in. We have a single reef main up and a full jib, and I'm thinking it's almost too much. The boat's heeling over quite a bit. See what happens.